Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live After Work. Everybody who's anybody has come out tonight for this January 15, 2021 edition. We're in downtown Fort Myers. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts, and the crowd is filing in. People are making their way upstairs, downstairs, all over the place. What a fabulous setting to see downtown. You've seen this gentleman right here host the red carpet in the past. He'll be back, of course, in the future. A busy man, recently inducted into the Lee County Hall of Fame. So without further ado, I'm so glad to welcome here the future Hall of Famer who's now officially, haven't had the ceremony yet, the head basketball coach for the Dunbar Lady Tigers High School, constantly going to the state. Without further ado, the finals or winning the finals. The man, the miss, you heard him be called a Hall of Famer first on Lee Pitts Live about 6 years ago, and it has come to reality. Dwayne Darnell, welcome to Lee Pitts Live, man.
Thank you, Lee. Appreciate you having me again. Always a pleasure to be here with you. Mr. The Psychic, Mr. Tell the Future. You already have told us some great things. I appreciate you saying, and you brought it in. And anyway, I wait on you to answer the question. I'm so excited.
I don't know, man. First of all, how does it feel right now? I know it's hadn't sunk all the way in. I saw the letter came out, I think it was yesterday. How does it feel now? Did you know in advance that you were being considered as a Hall of Famer?
Did not. Again, you're not what you get in it for. It's not anything, it's exciting that the guys have selected me to be a part of the Hall of Fame, but it's definitely not anything you got into. And they know I didn't have any inclination. They called me out of school yesterday. I thought I was in trouble. Had to go to the principal's office, and they brought me in and told me I was selected for the Lee County Athletic Conference.
One of the things I can say is what took them so long. Now, let's go back and look at some of the history of some of the things you have been able to accomplish as a head basketball coach for the Dunbar Lady Tigers. Take us back when you start your early days, what it was like when you arrived on the campus, starting the program, and the progress up until this point.
2000, Lee. 1999, I left Mariner High School with Michael McNerney and the Mariner Lady Tritons. Pretty good basketball team there. We got to Dunbar, and I asked myself, what in the world am I doing? We started a new program, and everybody and anybody was whipping us like we took everything they owned. It was a tough process. Almost drove me to quitting because I was not familiar with what was happening, but the process was in order, and the kids were there. We had an all 9th grade school, all 9th and 10th graders, and we had to play a varsity schedule. So a lot of varsity teams really did some bad things to us in the early years in 2000 to 2004. However, 2006 and 2007 rolled around. Kylie Dickey, Bernice Fuller, first team that ever went to the state finals, and we had 7 trips since that point. Going from not wanting to be able to coach again to leaving Mariner High School and wondering why I went to Dunbar High School to being in the state finals 7 times and winning the state championship. That's a phenomenal record.
The state finals 7 times.
7.
That's unprecedented, man. That's San Antonio Spurs type stuff, man. That's New England Patriots type stuff. Right down here in Fort Myers. Oh, you playing the state in Tallahassee?
Lakeland, Florida.
Right. Our high school basketball program is known statewide, would you say?
I would have to agree with that, Lee. We are definitely known statewide, and when we put those candy cane pants on, everybody knows where we're coming from Dunbar High School to represent and play good basketball here like we always do.
All right, congratulations on that. Tell me the consistency. Is it the recruitment, the students that come to the school, or is it the coaching and a philosophy and a culture that is able to allow you to maintain that consistency?
I'll tell you, it's definitely not recruiting because people don't like our school. People say bad things about our school. You hear them talk about our school often. They always have negative stereotypes about our school. They always find a reason not to come to our school. But what has happened is when God is involved, he's always made our cupboard full. Every time we get ready to start out and roll a team out, we find 11 kids that want to dedicate themselves to being a good basketball player, and we find a way to turn them into a pretty good product. We're always having kids and always having a process and having a program, and we build the things that we think is right. Winning is the only option, not only in basketball but in life. We're just trying to teach these kids and give these kids some things they can use when they go out in the world and be successful adults. That's what it's all about.
Now, as we sit here right now in January, Is basketball season over? Is it about to start? Where are we in basketball for this year?
We're 19-0 right now. We're getting ready to go into the district finals at the end of this month. Then we'll be in the regionals.
19-0.
19-0, off to another good start. And it's familiar, man. Like I said, the kids do
You
well.
used to that?
We don't know how to lose, man. I'm thankful God never taught me how to lose, and we haven't lost in this program since the early years, and we've always been a perennial power. And we've been in every significant basketball game in this county since 2006. Any big game in this county, it always involves Dunbar Lady Tiger basketball, this girls basketball.
If people want to come out and catch the team, how do they get more information on that?
It's online. You see me online. It's all on my social media, Twitter, my Twitter page, With Two for Life, my own Facebook page, Dwayne Donnell. You see all our schedules are posted everywhere. You can get on our website at Dunbar High School, DHSLeeCountySchools.net, and you can get all the information you need.
Tell me how they're handling high school basketball now. Are they letting crowds in? How are they doing that?
No. You're only allowed to come to the game if you're a guest of the kid, if you're a parent of the kid. Each kid gets two family members to come to the games, and everybody else is not allowed. They're closed games. The only game we were allowed to have multiple fans when we went out to FSW, which was a larger arena, to play Lehigh Senior High girls basketball and boys basketball. We had a great crowd. It was about 1,200 people there to watch the game.
How does that affect the morale or the atmosphere with the small crowds now?
It turns the game into a basketball game again. You know, sometimes teams are at their home floor. The fans kind of have a vibe for you. You know, it has a home court advantage. You hear it in the NBA. There's no home court advantage anymore. In the NFL, there's no home court advantage. It's just you and the other team. So you really find out who's really the best team, because there's no influence from the crowd. There's no hype. There's no anything. It's just you and the other team battling it out.
I got a chance on the males basketball side. I think you might notice I got a chance to interview Caleb.
Correct. Phenomenal young man.
Right. Since I got you sitting here, I want you to say some words about him. What's his full name?
Caleb Jones.
Yeah, Caleb Jones, who's going on to Florida Southern. What's your thoughts about him as a basketball coach and his potential?
Phenomenal young man. He's going to have a phenomenal career. He's a great person. Yes, sir. No, sir. He makes you want to. He makes you gravitate to him to help him be successful, because he's so respectful, so kind, and so loving of everybody. Everybody around him wants to be around this kid. Even the kids who can't play a lick of basketball, he takes time to run and nurture those guys and talk to those guys and give them some hope and some promising words, encouraging words from a superstar. The kid is a superstar, and he's going to be a superstar. Florida Southern got a wonderful player.
And I understand he's an honor student as well.
Very good student as well.
Right. So I'm glad to hear that from the Hall of Famer, Caleb, shouting you out. Let's go to academics and your basketball team. Talk about what your guys' goals are academically speaking.
Right now we sit in a 3.75 league. All of our kids are studious. We don't just play basketball. We're not jocks. We're not athletes. We're student athletes, and we are the epitome of student athletes.
You saying you're averaging 3.75?
Our kids, a cumulative average for all 20 kids on our team is 3.75.
Y'all hearing that?
You heard it correct. And that, again, everybody says it's Dunbar and it can't be done. You always said it's always people talking and don't have a clue
Those
what's going
who
on
say
in
it can't be done are usually interrupted by those who are doing it.
That's right.
Now, as we're wrapping up this interview, people may think that, he's interviewing Dwayne Darnell right now since he's a Hall of Fame. Let those people know.
Set the record straight.
1990, back in the early 1990s, you were on my show as an early teacher.
There it is. At my second school at Mariner High School, when I first got to Dunbar High School, and this thing first started rolling, and we started having some pretty good basketball team, Mr. Legend Lee had me on his show and said it publicly. I was a future Hall of Famer. And I looked at him and laughed at him, and he said, "I'm telling you, you're going to be a future Hall of Famer." So like I said, when we first started the interview, he spoke it into existence. He believed in that. He knew the process. He knew what was going on, and he appreciated my work and always gave me an opportunity to use this platform to share what would happen, what goes on at Dunbar High School and the girls' basketball program.
Every time I interviewed him throughout the years, I would always
future Hall of Famer.
As future Hall of Famer. Now let's go back to the 1990s when you were a teacher. Remember you came to my studio, I was interviewing like a couple of black teachers. That must have been at least 25 years ago. When was that?
1994, sir.
You had just started teaching?
Lee County, coming from Jackson, Mississippi. All of the minority teachers who were hired that year were meeting with you, and we had a few of us on your show. That is correct.
And now look at you now. I knew this guy before he was famous. That's the thing I take a lot of pride in television show. Before they were famous, they were on Lee Fit Live.
Appreciate you, Lee. Thank you so much.
I want you to look into that camera take about 30 seconds and do your classic, encouraging everybody that if they set their goals, they can achieve them just like you on this Dr. Martin Luther King weekend, and also tell us what Dr. King means to you.
Everybody and anybody, if there's something you are passionate about, you make sure you put everything and everything you have into what your dream is. Nobody knows what your dream is, and nobody believes in your dream but you. If you're not willing to put the legwork into your dream, it will not happen. If you put your dream work and you put your dream into action and you make sure you're doing any and everything and you're out to be the absolute best you can be, your dreams will come true. Dr. King said it, he showed us how we can be, and you notice some strange times right now, some things that are resurfacing about how our black lives are matter, and we have to go about different ways and using these political platforms, or how we speak about for our black people. It can be done, minority people. Don't ever let anybody tell you it cannot be done. We can do a lot of things together. We just need to stop separating ourselves, come together, as you've seen in the last 6 months, how we've come together and made a change in the voting world, made a change in the political world scene, and made a change in this entire world. Keep doing it and your dreams can come true, but it starts with you looking in that mirror and saying it can't be done.
See what I'm saying? He's a coach, well-educated man on a wide range of topics, took sports and used that, and then let sports use him. Are we going to be able to keep you here at the high school level? When you, with all your accolades, I'm sure people are constantly trying to recruit you. How are we able to keep you at Dunbar High School?
Every day I go to sleep and wake up in the morning, I ask God what his plan is for me. Whatever that plan is for me, if it's to be at Dunbar forever, that's what it is. People have said that, but I'm old now, and I'm a little pricey now because I got a beautiful wife, I got 3 daughters and 3 grandchildren, so I have to figure out how they can move me. They can't just move me like I was a little jitterbug with that little starting salary. So I'm a little tough to hire right now, and that's just the reality of it. And if I stay at Dunbar for the rest of my career, Lee, I've had a fabulous life. God has shown tremendous favor on me and let my program be what it is today.
It sounds like your experience at Dunbar is more of a mission, more of a passion than anything else.
Absolutely.
It's personal.
Absolutely. It's personal because people are always speaking about our school who have no idea what's going on in our school and always trying to find the negativity of what's going on at Dunbar High School.
The only Microsoft certified high school in the world, one of the best high schools, and you keep proving them wrong.
Keep proving them wrong.
That motivates.
Year. And that's all it's about. You don't have to talk. Just go out and do what you do, and eventually your work will speak for itself.
Shout out to Carl Burnside, the principal over there. Happens to be a man of Kappa Alpha Psi. Shout out to Dwayne Darnell. Happens to be a Kappa Alpha Psi. Won't hold it against me. Of course, I'm Phi Beta Sigma here. Throw up your thing. I'll throw up my thing. It's unity in the community. Happy AKA Founders Day today, January 15th, right?
My wife.
That's here. Come on right here.
You go right here. It's her Founders Day today.
Been down.
Hey, this is the real Hall of Famer, Lee.
You got her.
This is the real Hall of Famer, Lee. She has had to put up with a whole lot.
Happy Founders Day to AKA.
Thank you so much. The first and the finest. 1908. 1908.
Behind every man is a good woman. We'll be right back.